Hello and welcome. If you're tackling the poem Trespasser and you really want to nail it in your exams, you have come to exactly the right place. In this explainer, we're going to crack the code of this incredibly powerful poem and give you all the tools you need for a top-tier answer. So let's dive right in.
So this is the big question, isn't it? It's one thing to read a poem and kind of get it, but it's a whole other ballgame to write about it clearly when you're under pressure. By the end of this guide, don't have a solid framework to do just that. We're going to build the perfect analysis piece by piece.
Okay, first things first, we need to get our bearings. Where are we? Any great analysis has to start with the setting. The poet isn't just describing a random place, they're creating a mood, an atmosphere that is so important to the poem's message.
Just look at how the poet uses something as simple as the weather. You see words like rain, wind, and cold. These are not just background details. They're chosen very deliberately to make you, the reader, feel that physical discomfort, that hostility. This imagery is basically a direct mirror of the tough, harsh reality for the city's homeless population.
And it's not just the weather either. The physical city itself is almost like a villain in this story. When you read phrases like a cathedral's dark overhang, or high bare walls, you get a picture of a place that is just cold and unwelcoming. This isn't some vibrant city full of life. It's an oppressive, concrete force that makes you feel tiny and trapped. So we've got this cold, hostile place. But how does that connect to the poem's bigger ideas? Now that we've established the physical environment, let's dig into the invisible social walls that divide the people who live there. This is where we really get to the heart of what the poet is trying to say.
The title itself, Trespasser, is your first major clue, and it's super ironic. See, the speaker feels like a temporary trespasser, just ducking out of the rain for a minute. But the real punch of the poem is that it's the city's homeless population who are treated like the real trespassers, as if they don't belong, as if they have no right to even exist in these public spaces.
And this slide just lays that division out so clearly. On one side, you have the city's official protected spaces, right? Where the rules are clear and people feel safe. But then on the other side, you have these marginal spaces, these alcoves, shopping malls, and parking lots, where the homeless are essentially pushed. They are public spaces, but the people trying to find shelter there are made to feel completely unwelcome.
And that brings us to what is, honestly, the most shocking and important phrase in the entire poem. This image is just packed with meaning, and it's something you absolutely have to write about in an exam. The poet's choice of words here is so deliberate and designed to hit you hard.
So what on earth is a troglodyte? Well, it literally means a cave dweller. By using this really shocking word, the poet is showing us how society sees the homeless, not as fellow human beings, but as something primitive, almost subhuman. This dehumanization makes it easier for everyone else to just ignore their suffering. It's a moment of brutal honesty about prejudice, and it's right at the core of the poem's theme of inequality.